Dollar Tree spoons. Yep, I said it. Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. In today's episode, we are using Dollar Tree spoons. I found this box of premium plastic cutlery at the Dollar Tree in the Dollar Tree Plus section for $5. And I've also got this coconut cup that's in the pool kind of party section for the summer. I'm going to take my tin snips, it's just a tool that I got on Amazon, and I'm going to cut the top of the spoon off. It goes very quickly and easily with this particular tool, and that's why I'm using it. And I'm going to cut off all of the tops of those spoons. And then on the part where it's cut, I'm going to start gluing it around this little coconut cup so that it just barely lifts above the opening. We're not going to use the lid with the straw for this one. We're just going to keep going around and around so you can see the first row there. And then I'm going to continue to add the rest on, and there it is, all covered except for the very bottom. You see those little gaps? So I'm going to take those spoons that I cut, I'm going to cut off even a little bit more of them because I want them to be slightly shorter. So I'm just using one as a guide, and I'll cut off as many as I need to fill those gaps around the bottom. And I'm just going to glue them right on. Now I'm using hot glue for all this because it glues immediately. You certainly can use any glue you want that would dry clear, maybe a little less bumpy than this did, because once I paint this, you will see those bumps. But then it kind of looks like it was soldered together like a metal. Anyway, whatever look you want is just fine. Now I'm going to take this outside and use my gold Rust-Oleum spray paint. I'm going to spray the whole thing. Look at that. Just changes the look from plastic to metal instantly. Now I've got some greenery from the Dollar Tree. These are like little fern type leaves. And then I've got these beautiful flowers over here. And I'm just going to cut them off of each of the stems. I like to cut flowers and greenery off the stems for the most part because it allows me to place it at the height and the exact spot that I want. Because I don't want them all to be the exact same height. So sometimes I like to cut one taller, one in the middle, one a little shorter. You know, whatever look feels good to you, just to make it more interesting on the eyes. And I'm going to snip off these other pieces of the greenery. They look like fern leaves to me also. And I'm just going to add those all around, and I think that's just going to look so pretty. And honestly, you could put any flowers you want in here or just greenery or use it for something else. I decided to make it a really beautiful vase with this greenery in it, and I thought the color was perfect for spring, summer, whatever you want. I don't think this color is, you have to be limited to a specific season for this. And that's all there was to it. It was so quick and easy, and look how beautiful it turned out. I really love it. Let me know what you think. Small box of the plastic Dollar Tree spoons. These happen to be white, and I got several of them out, and I'm going to use this little piece of foam board. Now I'm going to take this container and trace a circle around it. I did realize that it was probably a little too small right away, so I purposely cut around it, and then I'm going to take another container and trace that. It's a little bit bigger, and I think it's a better size. And I just didn't realize that when I first started tracing it. So we'll just trace that and then cut off the little edges that were left over from that one. So fortunately it did fit, and I was able to make a bigger circle than I originally planned. So now I'm just going to take some gold paint. It's like a metallic paint. You can get it at Walmart or anywhere. And I'm just going to tape this little piece of foam board down, and I'm going to paint this the gold, and I'll do a couple coats till it's nicely covered and you don't see that original line that I traced, because I don't need that anymore. There it is. Doesn't that look nice? Now I'm going to take these tin snips and I'm going to cut the top of the spoons off, just the little spoon part, not the handle. I'm going to cut all the pieces that I need. Cuts very easily and quickly. And now I'm going to put glue on the bottom of the spoon right where I cut it, and I'm going to start placing it all the way around the edge there, just maybe not even a half an inch in. You can do this as wide as you want. And then I'm just going to place them, and they kind of move. You have to hold them. I noticed that if I let go too soon, it started sliding around. So you just hold on for as long as it takes for it to, dry enough to stay in place, and then you can keep moving around. So there's my first layer. You can see that right there. We're making a Lotus candle holder, and I've got this really pretty glittery silver votive candle, the kind with the battery. And I did decide that I want to see what it's going to look like once it's in there, but I don't want to attach it permanently. So I just taped it down, and now I'm going to take the rest of those spoon ends and start gluing them between every piece that I already attached. And don't forget, you've got to hold them down or they start wiggling around. It's the funniest thing. They literally just start moving. I don't know. Have a life of their own. So we're just going to continue to glue around and hold them in place so they can stay. And this is our second layer of the lotus flower, and you can point these a little more upward if you want. So there it is. Now I can take that candle back out because it wasn't in there permanently. And we're just going to paint it with that gold paint that I have, that I got from Walmart. It's a metallic paint, and I just want this to match the gold that I'm going to be painting the lotus flower. If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of into gold lately. I used to be really into silver, and now I've kind of migrated towards the gold. And maybe because it's a little trendy right now, but I also think it's very pretty. And you know what? Gold and silver both are timeless, so you just can't go wrong with either. So now that it's painted and dry, I'm going to take out the lotus flower to my backyard, and I'm just going to spray paint it with the gold. Look how beautiful that turned out. And you can just add that candle right in there. Easy peasy. What do you think? Take 4 of the white Dollar Tree plastic spoons, and then I've got 4 different paint colors here, and you can use any paint colors you want. I'm going to paint the handles of each of the spoons front and back with the green to make it look like a stem of a flower. We're going to make a little tulip bouquet. Of course, we will paint both sides and just make sure it covers nicely, and just go right up to that edge where the spoon part starts away from the handle. Now I'm going to take each of the 4 colors I chose, and you can make your tulips any color you want. I decided to do 4 different colors, and so the first one's going to be yellow, but I'm also going to do 3 other colors. We're going to paint both sides of the actual spoon part, and you just do enough to where you can't see the white anymore. So maybe like 1.5 coats is all you really need. And then I just kind of smooth out the lines that I made painting it. Yesterday, there was sun and there was... So now we'll do the other 3 colors that I chose. And there they are. I've also added some leaves to the back and little pieces of greenery to the front. I forgot to film that, but I just hot glued those right on there. So you turn the spoon upside down to make it look like the smooth side of a tulip. And then I'm going to glue a couple pieces together, so 2 and 2, just so they don't move around. They like to wiggle around. And then I will attach all 4 of them together in that little bouquet that I mentioned. And as I was just going to put the ribbon around it, but they wiggled too much. So I thought the glue would just hold them in place until I can really attach them with that ribbon. And I've got that beautiful kind of rustic looking, I guess it's like a jute ribbon. So we're just going to cut a piece that's long enough to go all the way around, and we're going to hot glue it down and secure it to the very base of these now spoon tulips. And we'll attach both sides, and I'll cut away any excess that's left. In fact, I'm going to take one of those little round pieces and save it. So I'm going to take this other ribbon that I have. It's kind of like a lace ribbon, if you will. It's purple. It matched really nicely with that one tulip that I painted purple. And we're just going to add a dab of hot glue here and there to make sure that it holds together. I shaped it like an awareness bow and then put it into a regular bow by cinching the middle. And then I just added that couple drops of glue so it wouldn't, bounce around on me. And there it is. And now we're just going to cut off any excess on the ends that we don't need. I'm going to take that little teeny piece that was from the jute ribbon, and I'm going to put it right in the center, and that will become the center of our bow. I thought that just tied this together very nicely. I love that. And then we're just going to glue that right on to the very bottom of the bouquet there where we wrapped around the ribbon. And that will set up our cute little bouquet. And honestly, that's all there was to it. This was super easy. This would be really fun to do with the kids and grandkids. What an easy, fun thing to make with them. Let me know what you think. Large serving spoons from the Dollar Tree, and then 4 of the clear spoons from the Dollar Tree. They're all plastic, and I've got some paint. And I saw this on Pinterest so many times, I thought, I've just got to try it. Anyway, I'm going to paint both of the larger spoons black, and that one has a split in it, which I think is going to be perfect. We're going to make a ladybug and a bee. So we're going to paint the other two of the other small ones in the red for the ladybug. Now, I must tell you, I do think these spoons end up being a little small for the wings of the ladybug. I'm kind of bummed about that, but I got started and I just didn't want to stop. So there you go. And then on the other black, larger one, I'm going to paint yellow stripes, and it takes about 3 coats, letting each coat dry in between to get a good coverage because I am using acrylic paint. I was out of my yellow chalk paint. Now we're going to glue the red wings onto the split spoon that I painted black. And of course, I cut off all the stems or all the handles of the spoons using my tin snips. I think I forgot to film that part. I'm going to use the end of a brush that's a little bit wider there and make the dots on the wings of the ladybug. And I think it's so cute. Like I said, I know those wings are a little small, but you get the idea. If you could find a little bit of bigger spoon, or maybe just use a smaller one to begin with for the body, then it would be more in proportion. We'll put some clear wings on the bumblebee. And those I didn't paint at all. And then I've got a skewer stick, and I'm just going to figure out how long I want it to be to go from the top down to the bottom and be a little pointy stinger for the bee. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that and then glue it right on the back side there so that you just see the little pointy stinger sticking out. And I'm going to paint that whole thing black, inside, outside, whatever, all around it. Look how cute this is. Now, I thought they all needed some heads. So I took these little beads. They're actually my largest beads that I have. I got them in an assortment on Amazon. That's where I usually buy my beads. And I hot glued each head to the front and waited till it set. Otherwise, it kind of wanted to fall down too. That's the thing with heavier objects in hot glue. You got to hold them in place until it starts to dry. No problem though. And I did the same thing with the ladybug. And then I took my black paint and I painted their heads. I decided to paint them after I glued them. That way I wouldn't get the black paint all over my fingers. And I don't know about you guys, I am notorious for getting paint all over my fingers, no matter what I do. And I don't like to wear gloves. I know that'd be the first thing, wear gloves. I don't like the way it feels for some reason. I like to touch things. I guess that's like a tactical thing. Anyone else like that where you want to touch it yourself? Anyway, it just means sometimes I get messy hands and I've got to clean them up. And thank goodness paint washes off very easily. That is it. Aren't they just so adorable? I think they're so cute. You could put them with your plants or with like little floral arrangements or like in centerpieces on wreaths, whatever you want. I think they came out so cute. Another fun one to do with the kids and grandkids. Let me know what you think. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.